Hello, Sam. How are you today?
Hi, Alex. I'm doing well, thanks. What's our word for today?
Today, we're learning the verb.
Fordern.
It means to demand or to require.
Oh, interesting. Is that the same as asking for something?
Not quite.
Fordern.
Is stronger than just asking, it implies a sense of urgency or necessity. It's important to note that in English, we often confuse it with words like demand, but the context can change how it's used.
Can you tell me more about how to use?
Fordern.
Sure. The verb
Fordern.
is a regular verb. In the present tense, you say,
Ich fordere. Du forderst.
and
Sie, es fordert.
in the past tense, you would say.
Ich forderte.
For the perfect, you use
Hat gefordert.
So, if I wanted to say I demanded help, it would be
Ich habe Hilfe gefordert.
Exactly. And if you want to give a command, like telling someone to demand something, you would say.
Fordere.
That's great. Is there anything else I should know about the grammar?
Yes. The noun form of the verb is,
Forderung.
which means demand or requirement. It's feminine, so we say.
Die Forderung.
The plural is.
Die Forderungen.
What about comparative forms if we were to use it as an adjective?
Since
Fordern.
itself is a verb, we don't have comparative forms for it. But if you were to use
Fordernd.
as an adjective, you could say.
Fordernder.
For comparative and
Forderndste.
for superlative.
Cool. Where does the word
Fordern.
come from?
The word has its roots in Old High German, specifically from,
Fordern.
which means to claim or demand. Over time, it evolved into the modern German we use today. It's fascinating how words change through history, isn't it?
Yes. I love learning about the origins of words. It makes them feel more connected somehow.
Let's break down
Fordern.
a bit more. The base is,
Forder.
which relates to the idea of asking strongly. The suffix is just a regular verb ending. There's no prefix to break down here, but if it were a compound, we would follow the headlast rule for gender.
So, it's straightforward, then.
Yes. It's a simple structure, which makes it easier to remember.
Are there similar words I can learn with?
fordern,
Absolutely. Words with the same prefix include
anfordern,
to request,
einfordern,
to demand back, and
heranfordernd,
demanding. For words with the same suffix, you have
fordern,
itself, and then we can look at
unterfordern,
to underdemand and
überfordern.
to overdemand.
Wow, that's quite a few.
It is. And some similar compound words include
Forderung,
demand,
Anforderung,
requirement, and
Nachforderung.
subsequent demand.
That's really helpful. Can you give me some situations where I might use?
fordern,
Of course. Imagine you're at work and need to ask your manager for resources. You could say,
Ich fordere mehr Unterstützung.
Right. That means I demand more support, right?
exactly. Another situation could be at a meeting where you need to demand a decision. You might say,
Wir fordern eine klare Entscheidung.
Got it. What about when talking to a doctor?
good question. You could say,
Ich fordere eine Erklärung zu meiner Behandlung.
So that means I demand an explanation for my treatment.
yes, perfect.
How can I remember the gender of?
Forderung,
Great question. Since
Forderung.
is feminine, you can remember it by thinking of it as something that grows. Demands often grow in importance.
That's a clever way to remember it.
Now, let's talk about some usage notes.
Fordern.
Is generally a formal word, often used in professional contexts. Common phrases include
Eine Forderung stellen.
to make a demand,
Nach etwas fordern.
to demand something, and
Fordern und fördern.
to demand and promote.
Are there any words that people often confuse with?
fordern,
Yes. Many confuse it with,
Bitten.
which means to ask politely. Remember,
Fordern.
is much stronger.
Can you share some example sentences with?
fordern,
Sure. Here are a few.
Die Schüler fordern mehr Unterrichtsstunden.
Means the students demand more classes. Or,
Hat eine Gehaltserhöhung gefordert.
meaning he demanded a salary increase.
I see.
Here's another one.
Wir haben die Regierung zur Einhaltung der Gesetze gefordert.
Which means we demanded the government adhere to the laws.
That's really clear, thanks.
Now, let's do a quick recall check. What does
Fordern.
mean in English?
It means to demand or require.
Correct. How do you say I demanded help in German?
ich habe Hilfe gefordert.
Good. What is the noun form of
fordern.
Is it?
Forderung.
Yes, it is. Now, how would you give a command?
Would it be?
Fordere.
Exactly. Last question. What is the plural of?
Forderung.
Is it?
Forderungen.
Yes. You're doing great, Sam.
Thanks, Alex. This has been really helpful.
I'm glad to hear that. Remember, the key takeaway is to use
Fordern.
when you need to express a strong demand. Keep practicing, and you'll get even better.
I will. Thanks for the encouragement.